trend is changing and how does the customer feels. Based on that, the media is providing the big data. Application of database will be for the normal data, but today they are extended for big data as well. Structured and unstructured data can be represented. This is the symbolic diagram that said. Unstructured data is also a key for predictive analytics software. Hello students, welcome to the next session of Cloud Computing and Big Data Analytics. I am Dr. Soumyashree from Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram, First Grade College. Let's start this session. This session is all about knowing about the sources of the data collection, from where we can collect the big data. That is about the sources of the big data. The first thing is, big data is used by the organization for the purpose of analyzing them. They can't use the big data only for the purpose of collecting and keeping it. They are using them for analysis, isn't it? Before the companies can set out to extract the insights and valuable information from the big data, they must know about the several big data sources that are available to collect the big data. So what are the sources? The data is massive and exists in numeric forms or heterogeneous forms in the big data. There is no single form of data that is present in the big data. Okay, it is not classified or sourced well. It may not be classified well. It can end up wasting precious time and effort. Okay, in order to achieve the success with the big data, to get a right insight about the data, it is important that companies have to know how to sift between the various data sources available, how they can get the big data, and accordingly classify its usability and relevance, how it is usable and how it is relevant to our product. So before using any big data, the company has to decide the data from where we are collecting and whether it is useful and relevant to our business. Let's know the different data sources. Here we have the diagrammatic representation of different big data sources. Okay, now we have one thing is media as a big data source, cloud acting as a big data source, web pages, web applications acting as big data sources, IoT acting as a big data source, and databases acting as big data source. That means we have 5 major sources which can act as the source for collecting the big data for a company or for an organization. Okay, let's study all these types in detail. First comes is the media as a big data service. So the media is the most popular source of big data. Why it is popular is it provides the valuable insights. It provides the valuable insights based on the customer preference and changing trend. How the trend is changing and how does the customer feels. Based on that, the media is providing the big data. Alright. So it is a self-broadcasted and it crosses all physical and demographical barriers. You can collect the client information or you can collect the trend information from anywhere in the globe. It is the fastest way for businesses to get an in-depth of the target audience or the emotions of the target audience. Using the media as a source, one can easily get the emotions of a target audience, draw the patterns. You can use the collected information to draw the patterns and come to a conclusion and enhance the decision-making capability in a business. What are the examples you can give is, the media includes the social media and interactive platforms like Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, as well as the generic medias like images, based on what are the images you are storing, sharing, everything, videos that you are storing and sharing, audios, podcasts, that is list of songs, that provide the quantitative, not only quantitative, they are collecting the qualitative insight on every aspect of user interaction or user emotional feelings about a particular thing. Okay. The next type of data source you can use is the cloud as a data source. Okay. The companies have moved ahead of the traditional form of collecting the data. They are doing this with the help of the cloud now. You know about the cloud, isn't it? So cloud storage accommodates or gives you a chance of getting structured and unstructured form of data. You can collect both structured and unstructured form of data, and provides the business with real-time information. You can get real-time, on-demand information about the insights or opinion of a customer. The main attribute of cloud computing, where is the main attribute of cloud computing is in its flexibility and scalability. It can adjust to your demand. It can change the way the data will be provided to you based on what you demand. Okay. As big data can be stored and sourced on both public and private clouds via networks and remote servers, cloud makes an efficient and economical way of collecting the data as a big data from the different companies or different organizations. Next is the web as a big data source. How do you get web as a big data source? The public web applications or websites or web pages constitute big data. They can collect the big data that is widespread and easily accessible. By knowing what are all the web pages you are frequently visiting, the companies may track what you are watching in your public network. So you'll be if you are connected to public network, the companies can watch what you are viewing, what you are interested in, what kind of information you want. Suppose you are collecting the information about physics and visiting various websites to collect the information about different aspects of physics. The company related to components selling the components related to physics field may promote their product, may display their products ad when you open the Google web page or any search web page. So data on the web or internet or network is commonly available to individual as well as companies. Anyone can access to the data that you have viewed in a public network, not the private network. If you are accessing a public network, anyone can get access to your data. All right. Moreover, web services such as Wikipedia provide free and quick informational insights to everyone. It is not only collecting the data, it is giving the data or providing the data as well. Considering that you are as a company or a customer, they are providing you the data. They may be considered as the big kind of data. The enormity of web sources or web applications ensure that you will get diverse form of application or usability, and it is beneficial to startups to know the patterns, to know the feelings and market in the customers, and they don't have to wait to develop their own big data infrastructure. They can directly access the web application that are available in the public network and collect the information to come to a conclusion and which can help in decision making of the entrepreneurs who are in startup and they don't have the investment amount to be invested in the big data infrastructure. They don't have that much investment. So what they can do is they can directly go to a web application and collect the data of the customers. So next is the Internet of Things as a big data source. So we have the machine generated content or data created from Internet of Things which can make you a valuable source of the big data. The data that is usually generated from the sensors. So IoT is having the sensors that are connected to electronic devices. Like if you have a closed circuit camera connected with the sensor, it can sense the movement of the people in a particular time duration. So the companies, if they want to collect such kind of data, they can use the Internet of Things as a source of data. The sourcing capacity depends on the ability of the sensors to provide the real-time accurate information. They can provide real-time accurate information. Along with that, IoT is now gaining some more importance and they are having much more application, includes the big data generated not only from computers, not only the computers and smartphones, but also possibly from every device that can emit data or that can collect the data, like usually the sensors. Why? Where with Internet of Things, the data can now be sourced from medical devices, like scanning reports can be collected as a big data. Vehicle processes, like you'll be having sensors and cameras in the toll stations where it collects the information of the vehicles passing through that toll gate that can be collected as a big data from the Internet of Things or the sensors fixed there. Video games, what kind of video games the people will like, meters, cameras, household appliances and other devices which can collect the data from all those sources which are considered as the Internet of Things, that is general things connected through the internet, can act as a source for collecting the big data. The last type is the database as a big data source. You know about the usage of the database, isn't it? So business prefer to use the integration of the traditional and modern databases to acquire the data. Okay, this integration gives way for the hybrid data model. It can involve both the data models and requires low investment and IT infrastructure cost. It will reduce the cost of infrastructure. Apart from that, databases are deployed for several business intelligence purpose. So you can use this for several intelligence purpose. So these databases can provide an extraction of insights that are used to drive the business profits. The database collection as a big data source is the most traditional way of collecting the data. Okay, popular databases include the MS Access, Database 2, DB2, Oracle, SQL, Amazon Simple, and other related database sources. Okay, the process of extracting and analyzing data in the database is a complex process. So big data may be stored in traditional database usually will not allow big data storage because the application of database will be for the normal data, but today they are extended for big data as well. So complications, sometimes it may become frustrating and time consuming to get the data from the database which are stored somewhere else in the remote servers. So these complications can be resolved by getting the necessary consideration of big data and getting the relevant data sources from the database. The next thing is to know about the types of the data. In big data, we have two types of data, that is structured and unstructured data. The data generated from social media apps that we use, IoT or web-based applications, media as a data source, if we use, they will be completely different from the data generated by the point of sales, like from a mall or online shopping sites or from a debit card information or supply chain system. They will be different. Some data will be in structured form, but most of the big data are in an unstructured form. The way that this data is collected, processed, analyzed, all depends on its format. Okay, where the way of collecting, analyzing, storing, everything is different in structured as well as unstructured form of data. Okay, we will study about the differences between the structured and unstructured form of data. Now let's know about the structured form of data. The structured form of data is categorized as the quantitative data. The quantitative data will usually be in the form of structured because it will be having the numeric values, and it's the type of data that most of the times we use to analyze. Okay, think of data that fits neatly within the fixed fields and columns in a relational databases like name, IDs, telephone numbers, address. These are all structured form of data that can be stored in spreadsheets. Examples of structured data include names, dates, address, credit card numbers, stock information, geolocation, and most of the numerical values comes under the structured form of data. They are highly organized and can be easily understood by machine learning languages. Okay, and they are easy to analyze as well. So those working within the RDBMS can input, search, and manipulate the structured data. They can do all sort of work with the structured data quickly when compared to the unstructured form of data. This is the most attractive feature of the structured form of data. The programming language used for managing structured type of data is the structured query language, that is the SQL, also known as the structured query language. This language, which was developed by IBM, is the only language that is used to handle the structured form of data. All right. So here we have the example of a structured form of data. Here we have the user ID, user, address, phone, email, alternate email. That means they have a particular format and structure which can be categorized into a particular form. Okay, all these are structured form of data who have a particular format. Okay, from the top down we can see that user ID 1 refers to the customer name and had 2 order IDs. Then we have the details of the IDs. Customers can be obtained easily from the structured form of data. They reduce the paperwork of the data which rely on business intelligence. Okay, so business intelligence also makes use of the structured form of data. While structured data is still useful, more companies are looking to have the unstructured data. They have been used already and they want to explore more about the unstructured data. Let's look at what is unstructured data. So unstructured data is the qualitative kind of data. You can categorize qualitative data as the unstructured form of data, and it cannot be processed and analyzed using the conventional tools and methods. You can't store these unstructured data as in the normal form as the database data are used or structured data are used. and you can't process them in a normal way. Okay, examples include the text, the comments, the replays, videos, audios, mobile activity, social media activity, the satellite images, surveillance images like closed circuit cameras. So all these which does not fit to a particular form comes under the category unstructured data. Unstructured data usually are difficult to deconstruct because it has no predefined model. It doesn't have a particular format. It cannot be organized in RDBMS. Instead, non-relational, NoSQL databases must be used for storing and processing the unstructured form of the data. So you can keep the unstructured data in its same format without changing anything. Okay, here is a diagrammatic representation. It is not the actual unstructured and structured data. It is just representation of how does structured and unstructured data can be represented. This is the symbolic diagram, that's it. So you can have structured data which has a particular format, and we have here unstructured data which changes, which has numerous forms of colors, shapes we have, which are called as the unstructured form of data. More than 80% of the data generated today by various sources like IoTs, social medias, all others will be considered as unstructured, and this number is going to rise with the prominence of the Internet of Things. As we go on connecting all the normal used devices through the internet, the number of unstructured data, the count of unstructured data is increasing enormously. Okay, finding insight buried within the unstructured data, we have to get a structure, we have to get a useful data from the unstructured. It is not an easy task, it is a difficult one because there is no format for a data that you find it, you can store it in this format. That means collecting the data is a very difficult task, like collecting a needle from the hay, the pile of hay, you have to find a needle. So that much difficult is the task of finding the useful data from the unstructured. It is like a dump of data, it is like a bin of data where you have to get the data that is useful for your application. It requires advanced analytics algorithms and high level of technical expertise to really get the useful data from the unstructured form of big data. Okay, this can be an expensive shift for many companies. All these works, they have worked with the structured form of data and was easy to access and analyze. Now, with the unstructured data, it has become very much difficult, first of all, to collect the data, and secondly, to analyze them. Both have become a complicated task in unstructured form of data. Those able to collect the unstructured data are at a competitive advantage. They are having more demand by various companies to collect and analyze the collected big data that are in unstructured form. While structured data gives us the details about the customer details, gives the view of the customer details, unstructured data can give us as much deeper understanding of the customer behavior and customer opinion about the various things. Okay, the unstructured data uses the data mining techniques. The analyst or analysis algorithms uses different data mining techniques that are applied to unstructured data can help companies learn buying habits and timings, patterns in purchases, and sentiments and feelings of a customer about a particular product, and other related things can be collected with the advanced data mining techniques. Okay, unstructured data is also a key for predictive analytics software. Predicting what you may buy next, what you may want in the next day or in the next week or in the next month can be predicted using the predictive analytics. Okay, for example, data from sensors attached to industrial machinery can alert manufacturers of strange activity ahead of time. There may be a problem that may arise in the plant, can be predicted and can be informed to the manufacturers. Okay, with this information, a repair can be made by collecting this information before the machine suffers a costly breakdown. If there is any problem in the machinery, the predictive analytics software can notify the problem that can arise in near future in advanced, and the manufacturers can take necessary precautions to avoid that mistake. This is all about the different data sources and types of data, that is structured and unstructured form of data in the big data, and how you can use these structured and unstructured data to collect and analyze those data for the business decisions. Okay, they can assist you in taking a right decision in your business. Okay, thank you.